Yo, what is good, guys? It's your boy GaminWitTyreezy back again with another Valor Legends Eternity video. Um, you guys wanted it and asked for it, so it is here. I'm going to be discussing the Shadow Heroes, and not only are we going to be discussing the Shadow Heroes, we're discussing the standout Shadow Heroes. So, um, honestly, bro, like with the light heroes, you know how you have Iris and an Xbox 360 girl. Xbox 360 girl is kind of butt. Like if you get her, you probably gonna be a little mad. Just make sure you don't go bald being mad at this game because it's not worth. Um, on the shadow side, of course, you got a lot of good good heroes here. So if you happen to land any of them, you should be excited. You should be happy. I know it's sad when you pull a bunch of books in the summon circle and then the Xbox 360 girl pops out and you're like, man, thank you. You're the best, Valor Legends. Yeah, she's not the greatest. When you're comparing her to the rest of the squad here, it's just crazy. So you look at the shadows and everyone's basically good in the shadows. So let's get into it. First, I want to talk about the ultimate standout shadow hero. If you get her, praise Jesus. Thank the RNG gods that you got her, and it's obviously going to be Seller. Either Seller or Felix. If you get them, you're in good shape. I see Seller a lot more than Felix though. That's because her skills are broken. I'm not gonna say probably, they're broken. I don't think they're ever gonna nerf her. Her special dispels. It's almost 1,000% of your attack damage, so that should tell you that her ability is kind of broken. It's almost at 1,000%, and that's her special. We got Void Magic Ball. She throws an invincible. Wait. She throws a light ball. Enemy in priority. Dispels the enemy's invincible buff. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. So she has an invincible buff. Dispel ability. So people that go invincible like Ramel and Terrence, bye bye. See you later. That is gone. It also does decent amount of damage and it stuns. It's at 100% chance stun. Look at that, 100%. That is broken, and you unlock that pretty early because I mean at 260 you'll have everything level 3. But if we're being realistic, you unlock this pretty early. I think it's around like 200 or something. Don't quote me on that though. But yeah, you'll have 100% stun at level 3, which is amazing. Then she has her, her passive ability. She's getting health and attack damage, which is amazing. And then her second passive, I don't know. They need to categorize this shit, dude. She increases her own attack and attack speed, and it stacks, which is amazing. Yeah, there's not much to discuss, bro. She's the best. You get her, good luck. I mean, praise Jesus, like I said. Be happy you got her. She's the best. She's amazing. Also, I forgot about the unique weapons or whatever. So I actually didn't talk about it in the light standout hero video. But yeah, her secret weapons very nice as well, increasing crit damage, and she gets energy, so amazing. Again, if you get her, thank baby Jesus. And then another standout for me would be either, well, let's just wait. It's slow roll. Gar is going to be a good standout as well. If you don't happen to get Ramel early on and they give you a bunch of guards, you could still thank baby Jesus because you're going to be in good shape. You're going to be okay. He can carry just as well as Ramel, but Ramel is better. According to me, the professional, LOL, and but also everyone on Discord and Facebook, everyone's agreeing that Ramel is the better assassin between Shadow and Light. Eat shit, Gar. But Gar's good too. So, his blade bayonet reduces enemies' energy, acquiring it slower, and he reduces the speed basically by 40%. And it's increased to 100% at level 3, which is ridiculous. Um, what else? I've actually never read this guy's abilities, so this guy is actually going to be new. We're actually kind of discovering it together. I just pulled him for the first time today, so but he also reduces their energy, so that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. You love to see it. And then he apparently throws a hell sickle at people, which sounds very cool. Um, he gets his health back, which is very good. That's a lot of health. 70% of attack. That's pretty good. That's actually not that good now that I'm looking at the level 2. Level 3. I take that back because it's not. I mean, it's 150%, which is cool, but I would like to see that buffed up a little bit more because, I mean, they are shadow heroes. But he also increases his own attack speed by 15% for 5 seconds, so that kind of helps. That makes up for it a little bit. It's not bad, not bad. And then his passive, you like to see that. Attack, crit rate, crit damage. That's amazing. That's what they need as a assassin. And lastly, he has a skillful dodge where he gets an invincible effect when taking damage, during which the enemies can't target him for 3 seconds, which is awesome. And then goes up a little bit here. And then the cooldown gets reduced a little bit, which is awesome. So it goes from 10 to 8 seconds at level 2, and then the invincible effect lasts for 4 seconds at level 3, which isn't that great. So, but it's not awful, not awful. He'll carry. He'll definitely help your team carry. So yeah, that's definitely a standout. Then, dude, I don't see this guy at all, so I'm just not gonna talk about him. I believe he is good though. I would say he's a very good tank, but getting him and putting him as a tank early on, mid game and late game is just hard. Because you're already focusing on building towards either Olivia, Ramel, or Gar, or Seller, in no particular order, of course, but most of the time you pull them before you pull this guy. And they just do their job very efficiently, and you already have it early on decent tanks like Lino and Cardellin, so you don't really need to waste your time getting a ton of shadow food and light food just to get a tank. So you don't really see him as much, and I wouldn't recommend going for it unless you get somehow super duper lucky early on and you have 4 or 5 of him, then sure. But yes, as well, this guy and this guy, I'm not even gonna pronounce their names because I'm not into it. I'm not into it today. I'm not into it. But yeah, this guy, they're really good tanks. But as far as getting a bang for your buck, you're not gonna want a tank to carry your team because it's gonna be harder for a tank to carry your team versus Gar carrying your team, or even we're not talking about light heroes. So let me stop mentioning Ramel, but he's a beast. He's a beast. But yeah, if you got a Seller or a Gar early on, like you're good. Like I would prefer them, or even Yolvin before getting Severe. She's very good, but she's not gonna help. She's not gonna carry per se like a Seller or Gar or even a Yolvin. I prefer Gar or Seller more than any of these guys because they will get the job done, especially Seller. I got her early on in both my accounts, and on the free-to-play account, everyone's like in shock that I have a 9-star Seller almost, or not a 9-star, a 10-star Seller almost an 11 star, to be honest, and everyone's surprised that I even have that and I haven't spent a dime on that account. But yeah, she's literally carried me to chapter 30. We're on chapter 31, I believe, on the free to play account. So Seller, yes, definitely a standout if you can get your hands on her. Gar, standout if you can get your hands on him. We didn't talk about Yulvelin. I don't see him a lot, but I think it's because he got nerfed early on. That's what people were saying. Allegedly he was very, very like broken, but apparently they toned him down. I'm not sure. Again, I got onto the bandwagon a little late on this game, so maybe they did, maybe they didn't. As far as like PvP and campaign, I don't see him in like any of the top 50, top 75 people. I don't ever see him. I see either double Seller, double Ramel, like cheesy things like that, like double Seller, Olivia, Ramel, and then Severe or some shit like that. Or I'll see like just weird stuff like double Ramel, Olivia, Severe, and then like a Cardellin or a Lionel or something like that. You just see a lot of weird things. Everyone prioritizes obviously light and shadow heroes because of the buff, and then sometimes you'll have like a Cardellin as a tank because of his sustainability is just incredible. Same with this guy. His sustainability is incredible, but like again, the reason why we probably don't see them is because one, they were released very late into the game and people are already situated with the heroes that they have right now, so they're probably working their way up on them. They're also tanks. You don't really want to invest into tanks super duper early, especially shadow and light heroes. It's more understandable for you to invest into the other three faction tanks because they're easier to obtain, and obviously getting food for those factions are severely easy. You see how that double entendre there or something? I think that's like a bar, right? Because I just used Severe, and then Severe, like, give me some props, baby. But yeah, all jokes aside now. But other than that, I'm not going to discuss anyone else other than Yovelin. We'll just look at his abilities. I've never actually looked at his abilities, but people on the Discord and Facebook page were saying that he was ridiculous and he had got nerfed. But I would say he's still a standout because of that alone. And also him being a shadow hero, you get the shadow buff. And if you happen to get a bunch of dupes of him, you should invest into him. That's what this video is about. The standouts, the people you should invest into, and you won't feel bad or like get a slap in the face for investing in him. But yeah, let's talk about his abilities a little bit. We got Nightmare Vortex. Summons a small vortex, dealing damage, reducing attack speed, which is good. You like to see it. Anytime I see 960 attack percent, I say they're broken, okay? Because that's almost 1,000% of your attack. And if you do the math of your attack damage, that's ridiculous. And also he reduces their attack speed to 35% or by 35% at level 3, which is good. Nightmare Beam, I feel like this is the move that was ridiculous. Takes the ring and shoots a laser beam direction of the target, dealing 320 enemies a long direction, reduces healing reduction. Okay, that's really good. I like that, and it's a very long amount of time there, so yeah, it's not bad. I wish the damage was a little higher. Maybe this is the move they nerfed a little bit, but still not bad. Good damage. The Field of Dreams is passive, and I would say this is a passive as well. Touch of Hell. When he gets killed, deals damage equal to 40% of Yolin's max HP, so that's pretty good. It's kind of like he's like a suicide bomber as well, so that's cool. So he deals damage, and then if whoever kills him, or not whoever kills him, but when he dies, he's going to take the highest attack enemy with him, or at least deal a bunch of damage to him. You should probably kill him though. 150% of his attack or max HP at level 3. He also reduces the healing effect, so you got Touch of Hell and his beam that's going to do the healing effect. So that enforces more of the idea of him taking down an enemy with him if he has the healing reduction debuff on them. So yeah, I would definitely say he's still a good pickup. That's also cool. I didn't notice that he gets 2 extra arms at the cool stars there. Oh, he actually gets him at level or at 8 stars. So you also get to enjoy him getting 2 extra arms, which is cool. But yeah, that's going to be it for the shadow standouts. Severe is also very, very good, but I don't think she's going to carry you early to mid game if you don't have a decent setup. Like if you don't have like a Terrence or a good Sota, or at least a nice Margaret where you can combine her and Margaret, then maybe. Why not? We could discuss her too, because she is actually really, really good. But I would feel like I would want her over Olivia. So if you happen to get Severe early on, I wouldn't invest in her early on unless that's all you're getting and you don't have any other. Like if you're not close to building any other shadow hero 11 stars and you happen to have her, then yeah, go for it, definitely. Because she's going to 11 stars. She's definitely going to do a lot of work for you and your team. Even having her at 10 stars, she's going to be decent. But again, it's kind of like going back to my my reasoning. I don't want to invest food of a light or a shadow for the damn, I had a huge brain fart. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't want to invest into a priest or tank that are in the lighter shadow factions, because you get a decent healer and you also get decent tanks from the 3 other factions. So I'd rather you guys focus on getting Seller or a Gar or even a Yolvillain to 11 stars over a priest or tank, because they have more carry potential than just a priest or a tank. So, other than that, guys, that's probably going to be it for the video. In the light hero video, I discussed late game, what you should be doing, not late game, but mid game, when you unlock the Fountain and Portal of Prey. Same idea for the shadows as the light heroes. Build up Seller, Gar if you get them early on, because or even Yovelin, let me stop leaving him out. These last 3 are definitely going to carry you quite far through the game. I can even vouch for Seller, because again, I have her and I have Ramel on my free-to-play account, and they carried me, and I'm at level chapters 31 on the free-to-play right now. So, and my tanks are complete dog shit. I have a 9-star or a 10-star Cardella and 10-star Lionel with shit gear, and I'm still just running through the campaign. So that will tell you that Seller is very good, and she's also along with Ramel. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video, though, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the standout shadow heroes. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. I hope you have a blessed week/weekend. And yeah, I'm out. Peace. I'm gonna eat me some almonds. You feel me?